welcome all to a little bit of UNH versus Georgia. Gonna be some varsity Overwatch. You see here that UNH bringing along, oh, these teams are a little messed up here, but UNH will have Blackout, Dine, Knight making the appearance, Jolly showing out, got Montclover and Big Warrior. Meanwhile, in Georgia, they've got Lucian, Jace,
It'll be interesting to see
Hangrid, Alpha,
who.
and Langston.
It'll be interesting to see who starts as well, because I know Knight's been flexing between support and DPS. Dine's been in for Blackout as of lately, but who knows? Maybe they need to swap, maybe they don't.
So maybe if they want to go for that dive heavy comp we have seen Dine on the Genji. Been a lot of work he's been able to pull off with that, especially if Big Warrior does get access to that hazard. I'm not sure if we've gone through the bans quite yet. I assume not, since the graphic has not been updated. But I'm curious to see what the teams want to go with here. You see Knight and Montclover both doing a little reconnaissance on the enemy's tank here, or on George's tank rather.
I think I saw quickly that Blackout is the sub, so it'll be Dine and Knight starting on the DPS roles, with Jolly and Mon on support, and of course, the one and only Big Warrior on tank.
The one and only. We'll have to see if the no-fly zone makes a reappearance in the second game, as it looks like we're going to go on. Well, not Black Midtown yet, I don't think. I think we're still deciding which map the teams are going with. Looks like Lijiang Tower will be the map for UNH here. It's something we've seen pretty consistently in the first round of these varsity matches. And by the potential ban, we did see that UNH was poking around the stats there. Might have seen that one of the UGA's DPS likes the Emray, and with Blackout being out, the Emray ban isn't totally detrimental to UNH's lineup.
Also, pretty sure if Knight's in, he is starting on the Pharah, so getting Emery out of the question just allows that game plan to flesh itself out a little easily.
And Far can be really strong on Lijiang Tower. There's a lot of verticality she could hide behind. We'll see what ban Georgia wants to go with.
Ooh, those are the real big stats.
Oh, I missed. I looked away for 1 second. No.
Mm-hmm. Montclover's repping.
Been a little while since I've seen the Jolly on the UNH varsity team.
He did really well. He was on the roster that won the LAN that we were at over at SHU.
Mm-hmm.
So excited to see what they'll play. Ramatra ban comes out for UGA.
It's one of the tanks in Big Warrior's very deep bag. The Ramatra can be very annoying though on Lijiang Tower with all these close quarter control points. Once that ultimate gets ripped, it's just kind of scary.
Very true.
And we've seen the Big Warrior able to swap between being 300 HP Ramatra to hitting that left shift into the ult to stay alive for a lot longer than it usually should be.
What does the A in UGA stand for? Do you know?
That's a fantastic question. Um,
Can only banter for so long.
well, it is the
Those
University
freaky
of
map
Georgia
stars.
in Athens. So maybe,
Ah, sounds.
what does UGA stand
I'm just
for?
gonna believe you.
It's just the University of Georgia. I guess the A doesn't stand for anything too much.
Sounds cooler that it stands for Athens.
Why not? We'll go with it. Up until we get some very angry Southerners.
Sue me.
Should be getting ready to go here shortly.
All right.
Both teams ready to go. And we should be underway. Get our first chance to look at the lineup that UNH wants to bring out. Very curious to see what tank Big Warrior is going to go here. I've heard that Saria has been back in the meta recently.
Yeah, I mean, Vendetta's received quite a few nerfs, so that combination is not as prevalent, but I'm sure it could still be run. I know Diva is really strong right now, so it's probably a pretty good counter to her as well, but it feels like a lot of tanks are relatively viable, and it's more of a map dependent thing. Okay, we all said R, and then this guy said BRB. Nice.
Like going on a deep dive through the stats here. Get a good look at the Big Warrior there.
Now a young power.
We are underway onto the Shine Tower here. Both teams getting their lineups selected. Assemble the teams here. It looks like Big Warrior does, in fact, want to go on that Hazard Knight, going on the far, as you mentioned earlier. Dying with the Genji, and then Jolly Clover on the Kiriko and Lucio, respectively.
It's a pretty standard lineup in the current age of UNH varsity. Hopefully that means they're comfortable on it. Dine has a wonderful neutral on the Genji, able to force out a lot of cooldowns, get a lot of picks, but a little bit of spectator spoilers. We see that Georgia is essentially mirrored, except they've got a Tracer instead of Genji here.
See if Dine can't use his rather skillful Genji expressions here to take out that Tracer before he can get towards the Kiriko.
Typically a pretty losing matchup for the Genji, but hopefully he's just that good. They'll make it work.
So we have seen some pretty good plays out of Dine. I wonder how the Genji will flow into the far Tracer, though.
Yeah, not really anybody super easy for Genji to get on as we start fighting over Dojo here. Both teams shooting rockets. Clover getting a little bit stuck, but will navigate his way away from the wall.
Yeah, UNH seeming to take control of Dojo here as Georgia kind of moves more towards the objective instead. Georgia will cap first. They're going to start getting some percentage up on the board, but UNH is going to start to push in towards. Big Warrior starting to create some space. Clover keeping the Tracer from getting too close. Tracer gets shut down by a quick shot in from Knight. That's a first blood for the Pharah. Give him 2 as Kiriko goes down as well.
Monclover barely lashing onto this ledge here. Seems to be a pretty effortless team wipe after Knight gets 2 picks. 30% for UGA, but not bad overall.
Really good
Dyna
plays
immediately
out of
switching to
Knight there.
Surge. Thank goodness. Can just farm that rail off of the hazard. Maybe at least deter the Pharah from being in the air for free.
And absolutely, there's always a chance to just one-tap that Tracer with the full charge rail cannon.
You know, as much as I love Monclover POV, could we get something else? A big barrage gonna come down, instantly gonna take UGA's hazard down. Rush invested as well as Knight is just on a rampage right now.
Allspec wouldn't be horrible.
I would love to see this guy that's just absolutely owning the entire lobby. That'd be sick.
Just ragged on the poor broadcasting.
Is he here? Like, I don't know.
I believe he's trying to get us the all-spec right now. As you see, UNH keeps control of the point. Last team fight went in the favor of UNH as
My stream is cut.
Beat goes out for UNH. Kitsune rush for Georgia. The hazard ult as well. Monclover finds 1. Give 2 to Big Warrior. Give 1 to Dine. And UNH walks with a team kill.
And hey, looking pretty good.
Hey, there we go. Georgia working with 2 ults. UNH has that Big Warrior all in the back pocket. Dine not too far off the overclock here.
Could be a big play because Big Warrior also has his hazard online. Actually watching the enemy Tracer. Oh. Okay, back. Big Warrior just gonna hit this Pharah, maybe off the map, not
Ooh,
quite.
locks her down right in the doorway. Forces at the
Beat.
beat.
Barrage.
Clover doesn't take him down. Dine and Jolly fall quickly after. Give 1 to Big Warrior, however, Knight's still on the point. I'll take it back. Knight and Big Warrior do eventually get taken down. That'll be a team kill back for Georgia, but UNH does take their lead to 99%. One more team fight, and UNH will walk away round 1.
Yeah, Jolly's got a pretty big Fox advantage here. 30% up, as well as a barrage of our own. So, considering that beat was just used, hopefully we can put 2 and 2 together as Big Warrior poking this Pharah down, taking some space, leaping forward. Big barrage right onto Hazard's head, but he survives.
Yeah, Lucio's low as well. UNH is doing so much damage. Can Georgia out heal it in time to get back on point? Big Warrior gets knocked off the ledge, but Knight does it back. Both teams out of tank. Kitsune Rush gets thrown out. Knight falls off the map. Now it'll be a 3v4. Jolly stealing on the point. Monclover gets taken down by the Pharah. The Suzu keeps the Pharah in the fight, letting him pick up a double. Jolly gets taken down by the other Kiriko.
And Georgia has literally everything online. That was probably UNH's last attempt to have the upper hand in terms of ults for this point, but we just need some big warrior magic here in order to win this point. As Fox, Pulse Bomb, and Barrage all up for UGA. Fox going to be committed first. Stein trying to find some shots, but Hazard is just harassing him. Going to be taken down shortly after as all of these ults unload. Looks like UNH is going to lose the first point here. Valiant effort from the score line. Yep. Doing their best.
Monclover dancing as long as he can, but he will get taken down. The overtime timer quickly moving down, and UNH is just a little too short to get there to delay any longer. Just a bad timing on that one team fight with Big Warrior and Knight both going off the map. Let's Georgia walk away with round 1. See what UNH wants to do for round 2 here. If they want to swap up the lineup at all, if they want to just keep going with what they have. It did look like they almost won that round 1, so it's definitely not a bad idea to keep the same lineup.
Loving the bleach look. You do that yourself?
Huh, you like it. Gets grayer every time I hear about your escapades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mirror matchup going on here. Both sides going for the early sim TP. Dyne does swap to the Genji though.
Yep, I mean, it's just what he's comfortable with. I think this is probably a little bit of a better Genji map, but we'll see how it pans out here.
I mean, if I know Dyne, I could expect to see a potential deflect on that Pharah barrage to just ruin the day, but Dyne does get taken out by the Genji Lucio in that back line there, caught out with just Clover.
Yeah, with an early pick, UGA is going to secure the first point cap. Fair still relatively in position, but getting forced back as we're on the enemy hazard cam. Knight gets the dual kill.
Clover's taking a lot of damage here from this Lucio and this or the Tracer and the Hazard rather. Jolly does get taken down by a Hazard. Georgia will have the heal advantage here.
Just such a scrappy fight. Like everyone so split. Even with the early pick, Knight's gonna go down and Dyne's 1 HP. Jolly went down too early. Heal advantage, as you said before. UNH just gonna have to stabilize and try again.
Yeah, and with these fights going in the favor of Georgia, their ult count is slowly peaking up above UNH. Knight does have the advantage over the Pharah, but the Pulse Bomb makes an appearance almost immediately to take out Clover. Dyne just gets put in a corner by the wall, but he might have been unable to dash out. Knight gets taken down as well. And UNH once again forced back to a reset as Georgia creeps up towards 60%.
At the very least, the support ults are relatively matched, so those will be invested at the same time, probably for this 99-99 fight, unless a pick occurs early. Genji gonna force right into Big Warrior's arms. That's an early pick, hopefully they can go. But Alpha Omega's Fox does come up. Is it committed? It is. Gonna go down shortly after. Hopefully this is a poorly committed Fox from UGA.
Just looking like it will be beat though. Also gets thrown out by UGA here. Clover and Knight both get taken down. Clover is 7% off of that beat. That would have been huge. Dyne gets taken up too, but Big Warrior will find a pick onto the Genji. Kitsune rush from Jolly will keep him in the fight now, letting him spam out those heals. Jolly actually able to take out the Pharah. Knight gets back in time to take out Tracer as well. UNA's keeping the fight going as they stay on the point. The Hazard's trying to delay as long as possible. Big Warrior slowly inching him back. Find the kill onto him, and UNH will take back the point now. Quite the comeback they have to mount here.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. After that beat came down, it was looking kind of dire, but now UNH have the beat advantage. I would love to see it come out early, otherwise Langston might get an entire other B by the time this map ends if Mon keeps holding on to it.
Knight with Barrage ready to go to potentially match. Dyne with Blade ready to go soon.
So I'm just gonna call that guy Illusion, because I'm pretty sure that's his name. Oh, Dyne gonna get picked real early here. Pulse Bomb gonna come out, beat invested as well. UNH have to turn the tides right now as both barrages are matched. Not gonna find anything, but Knight's gonna find the kill on the Pharah. Into Jolly gonna find one on Tracer before getting. Oh, Jolly's gonna find another one. Let's go, Jolly.
Let's go, Jolly.
Force Penguin back here. Big Warrior just wants the rest of his ult.
Yeah,
Might
he's
have
able
already
to
had
get his second Hazard ult before Penguin can. So you see Georgia swaps off the Pharah for the Cassidy. I think Dyne likes that.
Really big that Jolly got a lot of these kills and getting a lot of damage, because this Fox advantage might actually seal the game if you can build it in time. Hazard ult coming down. Don't know if he found anyone. The Blade gonna be committed. Let's go.
Helps with Big Warrior finding two. Knight was in there as well to help take out one. Both Hazard ults now get thrown out. Jolly does get locked down, and the Tracer is able to secure that kill, but without the Hazard, that Tracer is forced to just run away. UNH is up to 86%, and Big Warrior is chasing.
I mean, he is in their spawn. Hopefully they can find this guy. It would be a massive stagger.
Just such high mobility. The wall was so close to locking it down. Fortunately, the Tracer is able to get back to their team. Kitsune rush from Jolly's getting there just a little bit sooner than Alpha Omega can throw out theirs. If Unich can get that pick on the Kiriko, just a couple seconds too late. Now it'll be matched. Langston now working with that beat as Knight is taken out by the Cassidy. That was a big loss there. Unich not having any ults in the back pocket. Big Warrior gets taken out with a cast as well. Dying on the point, trying to deflect and stay alive, but that cast will pick up another, make it another.
Once again, this pretty substantial beat gap that I was talking about earlier comes through in the final 99-99 fight. Georgia is able to press B and pretty much take the guaranteed fight win, even though Jolly had just a couple percent up on the enemy Kiriko. Couldn't find anything, they kited it out well, and they responded with 2 support ults of their own to UNH's 1, and that's going to seal up the first game over here on Lijiang.
Well, I mean, you called it during that second round. It was like 0-99, and you said at 99-99 it was going to be a beat difference.
It is what it is. I mean, Dine looked pretty good. Like, that Blade forced out a lot and got them that fight win, but a couple key rails I saw, and a couple key, like, one-shot combos onto the Tracer could have been the difference maker as well. Knight putting up a lot of work, getting a lot of finals, but these barrages not finding a lot. Like, I just hope we can put it all together, team, because this is it.
This is it. So we go to Rialto, Ash ban. See what the ban for Georgia will be, as it looks like both sides are ready to just kind of keep moving quickly here.
We definitely don't have an Ashe player either, so just kind of evening that playing field, I think, is a really good call from UNH. Despite this guy yapping.
Despite the yapping, Ash is very strong on Rialto. There's so many of those close corners that one dynamite and you have 4 people lit up. Plus, Bob is always a menace in these escort game modes. You can delay for so long with one well-timed Bob.
Not to mention whatever shenanigans a cat brings to that mix.
Yeah, the hunter-killer drone.
Curious to see if we get a tank ban here, or if we just target one of the Kiri Lucio and then switch over to a Juno Brig. We will see, because this Tracer pretty annoying.
Yeah, a couple of pulse bombs that forced Big Warrior to get off the rotator. They found Mon Clover.
Yep. I mean, not a lot he can really do about that either. And like, if the Tracer's playing hot, it's a stick, and that's a wrap. So UNH choosing to attack first. Unfortunately, the names will not swap, probably. But we'll be UGA for a little bit. Oh, nice. Shoutouts to Prod.
Shouts out. Looks like the Sigma ban was the choice for Georgia.
I mean, a great map for him. It's a super poke-centric map, so maybe their tank player doesn't want the Sigma smoke from Big Warrior. But again, in this Hazard Mirror, it didn't seem like either was really able to really take over the game by themselves. So
Yeah, it was pretty much a back and forth between Big Warrior and UGA's tank. Did see that in the second round of Lijiang. Big Warrior was able to farm out 2 ults before Georgia could, so I believe Big Warrior is still working with a slight lead, however. Not the usual lead we see Big Warrior flexing over.
yeah, it really feels like if you have a player that's strong enough to at least neutralize Big Warrior, it really falls on the rest of the team to whether they can win their ones or their like off angle battles, like one support, one DPS versus the other. So maybe it'll be a little different if Big Warrior is able to go on Ram, because he can really do a lot on that character, but we'll see. I mean, Georgia's pretty stacked. But I've got hope, I got faith.
And we got a cinematic camera angle. Do you see UNH brings out pretty similar lineup though. Knight gonna be hopping on the soldier potentially.
Right after Mom made
But I feel like that'll swap.
I couldn't look her in the eye for weeks.
As UGA brings out a pretty similar lineup to the previous round, except swapping Mifara for an Emre. It looks like it'll be another tank mirror, support mirror. See if Jolly can't get a couple nice head picks with the Kiriko again. I like it.
The big widow.
Oh, come on.
I mean, just forces Georgia back to not get that free poke, so I don't even hate it, even if it only came out for a shot or two.
Yeah, gets him off that balcony on that second floor. Lets Big Word be comfortable down on this ground level.
Once again, these comps are pretty set in stone, it seems. Who can play the better Overwatch? No character, and the only character mismatch again is Dyne on his Genji versus Jace on the Tracer.
Looks like UNH is going for a bit of a flank.
I like it. Big wrap. Maybe take the high ground for my Emre. Forcing
Big
Georgia
word.
to play the attacking side, which is definitely worse. So even though the cart hasn't moved.
I don't know if I've ever seen both teams just swap on Realto like this.
Yep, this happens a lot in the big leagues, I think. So. Big Warrior gonna take big damage. Oh my goodness, he's actually gonna fall. Yeah, that's really unfortunate because now there's nothing for UNH to actually kite to. Their spawns in the other direction. They're gonna get wiped relatively quickly. This Jolly kind of
was hunting his ones.
Yeah, he wanted it. Respect.
Did get a bit of ult charge off that at the very least. He has the advantage now.
It's true.
Clover a bit down in terms of beat as Langston is just frying up.
Yeah, a theme we're kind of seeing, but Big Warrior says I'll do it myself, taking the enemy Emre down as our Emre gets to free fire his own. Big Warrior gonna clean up those scraps right away. Tracer does find one, but probably
Big
the
Warrior's
least
there to keep
consequential person. Yeah, he's still going. He wants it.
Knight did take out the Tracer, and that's a good stagger on the Hazard as well. The UNH used 3 ultimates versus UGA's 2, but their Hazard not too far off. Neither is their Lucio. Knight throws out his ultimate, getting some of the height here as it gets matched by Georgia, but Big Warrior's there to shut that down. Clover gets taken out. Knight takes out the Kiriko. Jolly gets traded back for it. Dying will find Lucio.
Really good of UNH to go early. Don't let Georgia ult where they want to. Take the fight on their own terms, and that little bit of proactivity probably seals this fight, no matter what the outcome was. They did also trade out pretty much everything they wanted. Even went right before Langston's beat at 95. So honestly, a really great proactive play for UNH here as they fight for this balcony.
Yeah, they're gonna have Dyne's blade up soon. Could use that to bait out the beat, or you might want to just hold on to it for beat to expire. See what Dyne comes up with here. Maybe Langston's just holding on to that beat for ult, or see. But Monclover is able to get his ult up in time to match.
Ew,
Big Warrior.
Just absolutely annihilating that guy.
Just left, right, good night, I guess.
A lot of cart progress, relatively smooth sailing. Happy to see it, but still with blade and beat at their disposal. Big Warrior farming up another ult of his own, as we've mentioned before. Hopefully that can come down. Pulse immediately comes out, gonna find Knight in the back. Big Warrior still leaping forward like a beast, gonna force out Suzu. Nice! One shot.
beat
Gonna be the best.
from both,
Both
as well
sides.
as a hazard ult, but the Kiriko goes off the map. Big Warriors there to take out the Lucio, and now Georgia has no supports on the payload currently.
Big
Warrior
warrior
does
gonna
get taken
fall.
down. See how long this hazard can delay for, not long enough. Dying with
Really
another
nice
kill.
work.
Really good
I feel like
deflect there as well.
It takes like 2 times the effort for Genji to kill Tracer, then vice versa. So, love to see it. And that'll be another point cap.
3.5 minutes on UNH's clock, and Big Warrior,
Are we swapping?
maybe no longer going
the
with the
vibes.
hazard. The Ramatra. I
Think
like
it's
it.
smart. Got the value out of his ult. Gonna play something for this close quarters. Can bully this hazard a little bit more. Emery taking the off angle, but Illusion will push him back. As Dyne finds another opener on the Tracer. Knight immediately
Ooh.
following up. Gonna run this team to the ground. Don't let anybody go back to spawn, boys.
Keep
One
the
more?
stagger going.
Nice try.
Do get some really good space off that. Still, Blade is in the back pocket here. UNH with 2 ults, Georgia with their 2 as well. But if we know anything about Big Warrior, that will not be at 50% for very long.
Yeah, especially when this Fox goes down. Which
Speaking
it
of
does.
Fox,
Right off rip, gonna be matched. Hazard
Hazard ult
ult.
as well. Dying with Blade takes out 1, scares 1 back into spawn. But in the meantime, Knight and Monclover both go down. But the Kiriko's very low HP. Oh, but Dying just can't secure that. Big Warrior going to get staggered, but he looks for the Kiriko. Very close, very close. Big Warrior get that ult farmed up on Clover, keeping even with Georgia's Lucio.
Yeah, all things considered, not bad. I mean, hey, it would have been a dream to completely roll there, but everything looks relatively even. Pulse Bomb for Annihilation, I know which one I would rather have. Pulse Bomb goes wide as well, so UNH can hopefully fight through this choke.
Both sides going to have beat available. Big Warrior very close to being just an absolute menace.
I don't know what the order of operations will be. Beat push into Annihilation, or other way around, as Mon and Dyne try to fight for this off angle. The beat does come down, gonna be immediately responded with.
Warrior
Actually
gets
finds
active,
the Fury and the Sojourn immediately. Hazard gonna trade one out, but as long as Jolly's okay, UGA's health bars are looking pretty rough.
I mean, yeah, Big Warrior's happy to just sit on that payload with his ult going.
Oh, and beautiful Vortex too to stop the touch. And with over a minute left, we'll take it.
It's a very strong shutting. Big Warrior with a quick 20-2.
Oh yeah, they targeted Thanos and Thanos went 7 and 5. Yeah, buddy. Good work.
I guess he doesn't got the Infinity Stones.
Definitely not. This is like farmer era Thanos that we're going up against right now.
This is the I am Tony Stark. But we will see what UNH wants to bring to the table for defense. I can't imagine it'll be
Much different.
lineup, yeah.
Amen to that, but hey, if
I mean, I
it's
imagine-
broke, don't fix it.
I mean, if the Ramatra stays around full time, I wouldn't hate it. But again, Big Warrior on the hazard is just such a menace that, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would have preferred the Ram, but maybe this point is fairly vertical. There's a lot of up and down you can do, so the hazard's just maybe better for that. So,
Yeah, I think with the Ram, you would have to kind of keep in mind how you're using your Evidence Vortex to try to stop that hazard from being able to leap into the back line.
yeah, and the second you drop off of this like defensive height, you have to like take a whole hike to get back up to high ground. So this is probably better overall in this mirror too.
Georgia not making any changes to it. Maybe the
All my
Sojo
boys
instead
playing
of the
well.
Emerald.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's hold this. Play and hunt the Tracer.
It's always a fun game to play. Do you see UNH, or UGA rather, swaps back to the Admiral after that brief sojourn? Big Warrior stays on the height, doesn't let them get too close to that balcony. Dying, doing some good damage, just constantly poking, being annoying. Typical Genji things.
They're really hunting to clear the Tracer. As Big Warrior just existing to live on the cart, wouldn't be surprised if he can walls for himself. Tracer gonna find Dime pretty quickly though. Big Warrior can get the return on the Lucio, it's great, but both DPS down for UNA. It's just gonna have to be a reset here. Big Warrior forced to leap back. So tough.
Be able to really delay this payload from getting his first checkpoint. Not sure if he'll have a team back in time to support him. Looking for the Lucio.
Wow, they just have to give it one fight. That's actually horrible. Hate to see it. UNH not gonna kite back to the high ground though. Want to take this fight close and take as much time as possible. Definitely can set up a bit of a spawn trap here if they can find an opener.
Knight nearly with that diff on George's Emre there. Jolly almost with Fox ready to go as UGA throws out that Emre ult. Does some good damage to Jolly, but he's able to back out relatively safely.
Gets the diff, as you were mentioning. Monclover almost finds the boop off the map, gonna pay dearly for it.
So that was a very angry turn and slash.
Oh goodness. Dying 1 HP.
Oh, the Tracer's on the point. I don't know if anybody called that out.
Yeah, Big Warrior hunting a little too deep as his team goes down. Again, not the worst, but if UNH try to use their support ults, there's once again a sizable difference here.
Yeah, and that pulse bomb, if it finds Monclover early, that might just kill his second chuck, don't hold.
Yeah, now he's gonna go real quick, gonna force out the beat himself. Big Warrior gonna find some kills from his ult comboed with Prince's, but pretty screwed. He falls down.
Some good damage in. Big Warrior to save time.
Yes, sir. Forces him back. I mean, hey, that's pretty good. W.
Even with not having beat up ready to go, UNH able to walk out with that. A really good ult combination out of Big Warrior and Knight there. Lock down that Lucio.
Really good from Knight.
With 2 ults. Both
potentially even
Kitsunes.
recognizing the deficit. Pulse bomb gonna go wide. Yep, both Kitsunes, as you were saying.
Dyne could definitely make a play with Blade here, especially if that Cassidy uses flashbang too early. There's the Kitsune from both sides. Blade, I believe, just made the appearance. Dash maybe didn't find what he wanted, but he will find Kiri looking for one more. Takes out both supports. UNH with another just clean team fight win.
Absolutely. Happy to have that.
Dreading the time down to 2.5 minutes here. That would have been a really nice early pick.
Bro, what is Cass supposed to do crossing this bridge? He is not a happy cowboy here. But Penguin making a little bit of space for his team to cross. He forces Big Warrior out, as well as the Suzu from Jolly.
Dyne taking a lot of damage there. Knight as well. Monclover just going to use the beat.
And you've never seen a team more out than UGA. Absolutely gone.
Never.
You know, I don't hate it.
Ult.
Oh, that's a big
Might
grab.
just lock down. That Tracer just has free reign, but Big Warrior with his ult will find one, but that Cass is just happy to stare at him with Deadeye going and a Kiriko in his back pocket.
I mean, I understand the instinct of trying to save a lot of critical members from UNH there, but Georgia taking that just with a dry fight as they immediately sped out the second that they saw a beat invested. Not the end of the world. I mean, Ramacha's really, really good on this corner. And 3 minutes is definitely holdable as long as nothing too crazy happens. But once again, Langston gonna be in line with his Kiriko to get a Kiri and Lucio push together, forcing Big Warrior back right now. But Jolly just absolutely claps him up. That's exactly what we need right now. Like gonna
That's some
invest
jolly
as
magic.
well. Really is. Georgia absolutely not gonna spend anything here. They know they're down 1. They're just gonna leave. Group back up. Try again.
Georgia working with both the support ults, as you mentioned earlier, as well as that Pulse Bomb. Deadeye almost online as well. Kitsune is getting matched here. Clover getting ran down. Beat for UGA. Knight trying to deal with this Cassidy. He gets taken out. Big Warrior does find one. Dine as well will pick up one more. Big Warrior throws out his ultimate to take out the Genji. Dine gets taken out by the Hazard as Big Warrior, and his ult is just kind of unkillable. He still had so much armor left up.
Bro, I cannot glaze enough how proactive UNH is being here. Like, that early Kitsune from Jolly absolutely forced Georgia on the back foot. And by the time Langston even had the idea to beat, Alpha Omega was already dead. Absolutely game-winning decision from UNH here. Gonna get that time bank almost down to where they fully capped.
Clover with beat almost ready to go. Dine still with Blade. Hazard all gets gone out by UGA. Letting Knight get swallowed down for the Sojourn to land the headshot. Big Warrior also gets taken out here.
Good staggers onto cart. Just trying to take one more fight as everybody dies on point. Still a beat blade available for UGA's nothing. Hopefully we can see some Dino magic.
Better make sure they get on point here. That's the very least they should do. They're gonna force UGA's just gonna immediately run away when that beat makes an appearance.
Maybe just too shallow of a beat there from One Clover. Could have been a lot more impactful maybe, but gonna take this positioning as Dino whips out the blade, gonna find one, hungry for more. Jolly gonna get traded down, but not before Dying can find another.
Duel with the point.
Oh
very
goodness.
Close. One Clover and Dine go down. Big Warrior takes out 2. Just
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hazard left standing for UGA currently, but the Tracer, no, Tracer's gone. I don't know if they have the mobility to get back in time.
Massive stagger. Probably the end here as UGA bleeds back onto point. Let's go, baby.
There you go. UNH will tie it
Huge.
back at 1-1.
Absolutely huge.
A little close there at the end. You see it got to about to 4 meters, and UNH didn't have anybody directly on cart, but Dine was there immediately.
And like, in all honesty, I'm ragging on this beat gap, but both of them have pretty much the exact same healing. So I do think UNH is still playing really well around these support ults in terms of like, we know they have it before us, so we're gonna force early, and if they don't immediately respond, like, we get a good fight, and if they do immediately respond, then the gap doesn't even matter anymore because we just have it for next fight. So really, really well played.
As you mentioned, that proactivity has been just a huge part of some of these team fight wins.
We need that. We need that.
See what we have in store for round 3. See which team wants to take it to game point first.
Saravasa, so we're going to Flashpoint, and Genji, you're gone, buddy.
They don't like Dine anymore.
Doing a little bit too much, potentially.
I mean, once the
Also-
map swapped to one that's a lot more fitted for Genji, I mean, Dine just kind of turned it on.
Can we attack Saravasa first? Ladies and gentlemen.
We got him.
A little bit of memeing. It's been coming out from Georgia. And correct me if I'm not mistaken, but this is Flashpoint, correct?
Yes. So does that mean they're going to give UNH the point first?
Yeah,
and then
for
they'll
sure.
attack it for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. I would love that, actually.
So a band UNH wants to bring out here.
Hmm.
Could see the Kiri Lucio duo getting taken out in exchange for that Juno. Never mind.
Yeah, I think it's a good play. I mean, we don't have our Vendetta player here, Jay Rayner. I think a little under the weather as of recently, so not
Feels better.
here to play that. Me too. But that Zarya can do a whole heck of a lot on this point, especially. So probably another Ramatra slash Hazard engagement here. Dying on the Sojourn, I believe, is his next most comfortable character. And then that leaves Knight onto Pharah, potentially, again? Or... I don't know.
It's up in the
But,
air. I mean, could see a lot of different choices.
yeah, Knight does have a pretty deep roster as well. But when you're spread so thin, it's hard to perform as proficiently on every single character. So, I mean, this is the one Genji ban map that can exist in this series, so if UNH take this as well, like it's looking really good. So I'm curious to see. I'm sure they've thought of this scenario as Dyne as a specialist, to put it politely. So we'll see.
It's quite the way to avoid the usual term.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
I like it. I like it. But we will see. Believe Georgia said they were ready. UNH, I can't imagine want to delay much longer after a quick little win. Oh, taking a quick break.
Okay, from
So,
production, bro. Why
cue from.
production saying all this?
But okay.
Okay, well this is being streamed for nationals and stuff too, right? Okay. You know what? Fine. I guess. I guess they're allowed to
I guess
say
those
stuff.
super
Okay.
cool big streamers can take their time to talk
Yeah,
to their
seriously.
audience or whatever.
Now we're locked in. We need to see this map 599.99
You see
terrific
UNH
special.
bringing that momentum. It's okay though. We always have the better audience compared to the Nationals. I mean, we have Jolly's
Amen.
mom.
Shout outs to Jolly's mom. Took the words out of my mouth.
Shouts
Our number one
out.
supporter here at UNH. Ugh. Nice stretch there myself.
Okay, so on my end, or did the stream just like
Yep, it's real
zoom way
tiny.
out? Okay, okay.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go get my dinner real quick.
I'm sure we could move to a brief intermission until the national stream is back up, ready to go.
Peace.
back after the brief intermission, ready to get going here soon. Both sides should be readied up and ready to go. Just a reminder, Georgia banning out the Genji, United taking out the Zarya. Both sides tied up at 1-1 as we go to Surabasa for Game 3. Will be some flashpoint action.
Traveling to Surabasa. Initiating match.
Get down underway. We'll get a look at the initial lineups. That would be fun to see. Knight on the Junkrat. You see Big Warrior is hovering the Mauga. Usual Kiri Lucio duo with Jolly among Clover. Dine on the Sojourn, as my wonderful co-host had mentioned earlier. As you see Georgia, they bring out a Hazard Kiri Lucio. Got their own Sojourn. They're going to throw out a Sim TP. Dine will do the same for UNH. And Georgia will have a Tracer as their second DPS. Big Warrior using that movement with Malga to quickly start taking some space. Knight on the Torbjorn will have that turret ready available to maybe help deal with that Tracer in the back line. Dine takes whole host of damage. He'll get taken out first by the illusion on Sojourn as well. Jolly with a quick little two-piece there, nearly taking down the Sojourn, nearly lost his life for exchange, and he will go down. Big Warrior forced to just run back. Knight trying to get back with them on Clover, trying to keep both of them from getting staggered. Knight does end up getting staggered out as Big Warrior is able to get back.
Rest in peace, Big Warrior's health back there.
Honestly. Georgia does get 25% up on their side of the control. United's trying to take back space, starting to move in once again. Definitely can't allow Dine to get picked early like they did in that first fight. As you do see the Hazard on the flank, Big Warrior spots it out. He takes a lot of damage from that rail cannon.
Yeah, against the Malga, Georgia really just wants to spread themselves really thin. They are giving the point, just barely gonna hold on to it. But the more angles of attack that Georgia have, the happier they are, because they can wrap out through this Malga and try to go onto the back line.
Do see the overclock takes out Jolly. That's a big source of heals for UNH. Gone early. Big Warrior will fall soon after, and it looks like UNH is just going to get the resets off on the point, delay as long as they can. But the rest of UNH will fall. It doesn't look like they want to make any adjustments to the lineup quite yet. Still feeling confident in the picks they've made. UNH working with their Kitsune Rush. Georgia about to have 4 ultimates online. UNH not too far off matching this, but they are far back enough that it makes a difference.
Trying to get rid of this Hazard, but Malga just doesn't have that mobility to do so. All he has is these 2 big guns. And if Georgia keeps playing around it well, then it'll be really hard for Malga to find a lot of value here.
Oh, there we go. Both
Kitsune's matched.
Hazard back is doing so much damage, but Dine's able to find one. Does get traded by the Pulse Bomb. Knight's there to secure the kill on the Hazard. Georgia does secure the point first, but yeah, they just got to pull off immediately. It will get a like 12, 11%. UNH with 4 ults, Georgia with 2 now.
Georgia gonna take this high ground as Malga has to take a hike to get there. Knight doing his best to hold the Sojourn back. As our Sojourn also gets forced. Oh goodness.
Oh, Jolly Dine and Knight quickly falling one after another. Monclova
very
just
nice
was not in
coordinated
the
hit.
spot for the beat, but they still keep it for a potential in the next fight.
I mean, Cage is theoretically this instant team fight win, but Hazard can kind of block it out, and you'd be hard pressed to find a Sojourn and a Tracer to get caught in one of those. So, OC gonna open up the fight immediately. Beat gonna come down, mashed as well, but not before Dine takes out Tracer, and Kiri dropping 1 HP, gonna take him down as well. OC from Georgia committed here too, but oh my goodness, a nice Suzu just to be safe. Tracer gonna touch, but gonna fall. Still a last touch scenario with 88%. If Georgia get that cap back, it's probably gonna be their point.
Well,
But
from Knight could make a big difference. You do see Georgia swaps over to the Sigma.
they are up on Kitsune, as well as this Mauga Torbjorn combo that I would love to see. Right on cue, gonna melt them all down.
Can't really escape from that one. Big Warrior did take a lot of damage. Does get taken down. See
Might
if
need to see a
UNH
Fox here.
can hold on. You do see Dine takes a bit of
Oh.
damage. Jolly, the pulse bomb. Dine was there to trade it back. UNH able to get it to 99, but they will lose control of the point. Just Monclova and Big Warrior left.
Yep,
Monclova
Mon not
might
even
be
gonna
one
try.
and yeah, but it
Oh
got booped off.
man, brutal. A nice pulse, but I think Jolly still had plenty of time before that to see if he wanted to commit to it, but gonna lose that tactical advantage here. It's gonna be map point, not set point, but map point for UNH here.
We do know when UNH starts to thrive best, the moment the cards start to stack against them.
That is true. Sigma a pretty good answer to the Mauga here as well. Has the shield, has the hands, has the rock even if he needs it.
Kitsune rushes from both sides, but the rock will lock Big Warrior down. He'll get taken down. That Sojourn just doing so much damage. Such a big body.
Yeah, I think we gotta get off Mauga. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Good comms, good comms.
He hears me.
Waiting for his team to come back up.
And placed low enough to get a beat here, maybe, but Big Warrior really eating a lot of damage. All in the name of farming ults, of course, but Flux and Overclock here. Overclock removed from the equation as Dine takes a quick kill onto Illusion.
Sigma
Flux gonna be
elbow.
committed.
Find a few. Both beats getting popped out as well. Big Warrior very critical OC, but it gets stuck by the Tracer.
Jolly actually
Very
gets picked really early as well, so there's very little healing on the side of UNH, and Big Warrior's feeling that as he goes down to the OC.
Such a scrappy fight.
Yep.
UNH on the back foot here. Gonna have Knight's ultimate for the take. Big Warrior not too far away either, but UNH is definitely in some dire straits here. However, as you mentioned before, it is simply map point, not set point, so we'll have one more after this at the very least.
Big Warrior trying to push through, does end up with the touch. The Molten Core goes down, doesn't do too much as he falls immediately after. Sigma going real low, but a nice stabilize from Georgia. Aren't afraid to give the point if they need to, as Sigma's too low to contest, but Tracer is probably stalling behind as Annihilation rips out. Penguin gonna find another pick on the support, and even though Big Warrior is doing so much to hold 4 members, it just seems like too much for the UNH backline to crumble.
Yeah.
GG, it takes it 3-0.
Georgia will bring their advantage back to a 2-1. UNH gonna have to make some adjustments as we move on to game 4.
I mean, the Genji is open again, so
Genji is open.
I don't think the Torbjorn or the Mauga had the results that they wanted. Georgia playing pretty well about playing all of these angles, ensuring that there's no easy stomp target for the Mauga.
Georgia's been really good at kind of the hit and run strategy. They get in there, but the moment any ults pop out, you see them usually just kind of backing away from the fight.
Yeah, a couple beats as well that they were just ready to full instantly kite out.
Yep.
Curious what the map pick will be though.
We shall see.
What is it? Push? Probably?
Should be, yeah.
Because then the last one's like escort.
Yeah, we haven't pushed yet today. Had a control point.
Yeah,
had
we
a
know what's
real
up. We
dump.
know what's up.
Of course,
It's
of course.
about time.
We've only done this how many months?
Who knows?
But we will see if UNH wants to take some time to talk over the next game plan. Potentially they do. I believe they get map pick, right? Because they lost.
Surely. That would make sense.
Potential Esperanza. It's been a usually pretty popular pick. Lucio the ban.
Switching it to Juno Brig.
I mean, I haven't tried it yet today. Might as well try. Why not?
They have made it so that they can ban both Curie and Lucio, as they have not been banned prior to the series. And that could be the shift in hero pool and comfortability that we need to take this game.
Yeah, try to just throw off Georgia's usual lineup. Disrupt their comfortability with the Lucio Kiri duo. See what band Georgia wants to go with here. Can't take out the Ram, can't take out the Genji. I believe Emre's also already been banned. But I could be totally wrong with that.
I think he was first game.
I believe so.
That was by Georgia. Hazard is gone.
Big Warrior gonna have to go back into his bag of tanks. Doromachu's been good to him so far. We've seen him with the other tanks in previous matches. Damalga maybe didn't work out as they wanted it to, but I'm sure Big Warrior could still make it work if they needed to.
Got faith.
Both sides should be ready to go soon. Production just ready to get this going. Should be underway.
Let's go.
Welcome to Runescape. Initiating match.
See what lineups the teams want to go with here. Very interested to see what pick Big Warrior is going to go with. Got the IGN cinematic camera going.
The plant. No way.
Fern.
We're back. At the LAN, someone left their spectator, and I was just stuck at this plant for like a whole minute.
Ah,
So, seeming to be a tradition starting here.
call back.
Ready.
Do see the Juno Brig as mentioned before. Big Warrior on their mantra.
Winning, I hope.
Knight and Dine riding out with Emre and Genji respectfully. Georgia swapping up their lineup pretty heavily. Sigma makes a return as well as the Tracer, but they will bring out the Soldier and the Alari. Kiriko as well. For a second there was different support, almost was excited.
It's actually pretty rare to see Soldier, but he really loves these maps on push. Runasapi has these really long lanes that he's happy to shoot down. New Queen Street has these really long lanes that he's happy to shoot down. And even though Ramatra's got the armor and the form, like when you're shooting him, if you can remove his armor, it's a really big help to the rest of your team.
See what Knight can get done with the Emery here on these longer angles. Definitely has to be the one to deal with these hit scans.
Georgia as well opting onto the Alari. Gonna make it even harder for Genji to find value, as these pylons will be a big thorn in Dine's side.
They do take out a pylon, but Knight will get traded back by the Soldier for it. His big warrior starts to just soak up some damage. A really good speed ring lets him back out while blocking. Nice play by Clover there. Jolly playing these tight angles.
Big Warrior might want to heed some more of this caution. He's just absolutely going forward. Hey, he's back to full HP already. What do I know?
He wants the Soldier.
The bot is walking, however.
Tracer is there. Dine hopefully will go with Knight to try to deal with this. Jolly gets caught out. Knight as well. Both of them separated from the rest of the team.
Again, Georgia has this comp where they can take all of these angles. Alari can take a solo angle, Kiri can take a solo angle, Soldier, very happy, he can just sprint away wherever he needs. So, UNH really need to overload one of these angles and kill one of these people so they can take a better fight, or we'll just get peppered for the rest of the game.
Yeah, aside from Sigma, the rest of this Georgia lineup is just so hyper-mobile.
Yeah, and like, good luck forcing Sigma out of his spot. Like, he's happy to just chill here. Gotta find a really early flux.
We're soaking up a lot of that damage. Doesn't get stunned out of his block there. The Juno ult gonna come down to keep everybody in the fight. Dying, taking so much damage from that Soldier.
Big Warrior dropping low. Knight gonna eat a rock for his troubles. Rally does come down.
Annihilation as well. Kitsune rush forward. Georgia thrown out. Jolly helps take down the Sigma. The ult from the Alari.
Oh
the
man,
Soldier's
that's a
just
filter.
able to just stare at him and keep hitting the headshots. And that pylon is just sat right there, keeping all three of them up. Hack from Jolly, just not able to keep Dying in the fight. Clover gets ran down. Jolly nearly gets the pick back on the Tracer, but will get taken down.
UNH trying to be clever on these bans, removing the Lucio just kind of met with a strategy that they don't really have an answer for right now.
Yeah, the Soldier is just constantly popping out on different angles, hitting the headshots, bursting people down, plus there's so much healing in Georgia's kit.
And you try to chase him and he's just gone. He just sprints away. He actually got a nice couple quality of life buffs in the recent patch. Reload while sprinting. They do finally overload the Sigma.
The Alarian Tracer up on this height here with the pylon just sitting on there. They just start bullying Knight in this back corner. He will take out one. Jolly's there to take out the Tracer as well. And now UNH will finally start to get the bot back towards the center.
Hey, we need that. We need a big blade and a big OC. We need a big everything. We need a big warrior.
Speaking of big things, support ults for UNH are very heavily favored for UNH here. Georgia only halfway to their support ults. Meanwhile, Clover about to have theirs, and Jolly not too far off. Clover gets taken down by the Soldier ult. The blade comes through to find one. Dine gets taken out. Knight will pick up one. Jolly goes down to the Tracer. Big Warrior will find Langston. And it looks like it'll be a 2v2 on the bot between Knight and Big Warrior versus Tracer Soldier. Somebody's
A lot of nice trades.
Soldier hard.
But this Tracer so happy to nullify all of that hard work by just moving the bot by herself. She gets that. That's cherry on top too. Oh, that's
And
brutal.
that's the cherry on top. Knight with OC still in the back pocket on Clover and Jolly. Each about to have ults. Big Warrior not too far away either. Meanwhile,
I mean,
Georgia about to have Flux.
yeah, Blade for Visor's not bad, but considering that we're up on ults and now we're spending them, because Georgia doesn't have any time to retaliate. As we start to finally descend down this hill 5 minutes into the game.
Get trip the bot up, he might fall faster.
If that was a
Stick
game
your leg
mechanic,
out.
you know Big Warrior would be on it right now.
But UNH starting to creep towards their own forward spawn here. They're about halfway to the progress that Georgia's made.
You know, Kitsune versus Rally, I mean, hopefully they can just use it to get out. Georgia not gonna let that forward spawn go without a fight. A lot of angles being taken, but Knight gonna find the early kill on the Tracer. Kitsune is
does get
invested.
invested. Traded for the Flux as well. That'll take out Big Warrior.
Yeah,
All
this
from
Rally
Jolly.
really not able to do much.
Be able
Unfortunately.
to stall on the point for a bit longer. But on Clover and Jolly will fall to the soldier shortly thereafter. UNH was so close to that forward spawn. I know they wanted it. 3:45
Alright.
to go here.
Nothing left in the bank. Gonna have to really find one of these kills on these split angles quickly as Genji trying to force the coast. Ramatra gonna find control of the robot. Oh,
Laurie
really
gets thrown out. While Clover gets caught by Tracer. The Rock will just send Big Warrior back to the spawn as well. Knight trying to delay with Dine and Jolly. But the Pulse will find a double.
I mean, Tracer just doing so much work. Like, you don't really have a dedicated answer for her either. I mean, technically it's supposed to be Brig, but if you find a kill onto Juno with your Brig up, it's kind of the end. That's a pretty major no-no. Hopefully they can find some kills here. They can build some ults, but not even close to anything with the Blade.
Big Warrior has to be careful not to overextend against the Sigma. That Rock can just kind of kill his entire fight.
Soldier
Looks like the
happy to
visor
just
gets used.
hold left click. Yep, that'll find him.
UNH down a tank, everybody's low. Jolly trying what he can. Does get taken out with Clover, dying, last alive.
Yeah, 3 members trying to push into that right side, making no headway as Big Warrior tries to hold the cart by himself. And unfortunately, the Soldier and Alari swap were just too much.
UGA will walk away with game 4. They'll take the 3-1 lead over UNH, winning a best of 5. Unfortunate for UNH. They did look good.
GG. That's all I
That'll
can
be
say.
GG's, yeah. Fortunate, both JV and varsity, I believe, going down today.
Tiff. Had a
But
really
it
good
was,
season though.
of course, of course.
Really
great
happy to see
talent.
these boys play.
But I believe that will be all from us tonight. So I hope everybody has a fantastic night.
Till next time.
Peace.
You